Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Oh, there we go. Is that it? Yep. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to CBC Live. Glad to have you guys here with us tonight. Hope you've been having a great day. See, I'm already doing the count. That's touch number 1. But we're certainly glad that you can join us tonight. Hope you've been having a great week. Had a lot of fun last night at Kids for Truth and with the youth group. We actually had a couple of kids in the youth group for our Glow Student Ministries. They weren't able to be here, but we decided we'd also set up a Zoom room for the kids who couldn't be here with us. We actually had a couple of kids join in via Zoom, and then they got disconnected because the internet cut out. But it was really cool that they were still able to join in with us last night, even when they couldn't be with us in person. And I'm glad that you guys are here with us tonight. Even though we're not together in person, I still love the opportunity to hang out with you. Deborah, hi, Deborah, it's so good to see you. Hey, by the way, Deborah, I need your address because I have some prizes I need to send your way. So if you want to message that to me later, I've got some gifts and prizes that need to come your way. So let me know what your address is so I can get those over to you. Sorry, I don't like wiping my nose on camera, but hang on. There we go. All right. Like you guys don't want to see the. Yeah, you don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I was watching myself, and that just looked disturbing watching myself to it. So, but we're excited for Sunday. We will be here together in the sanctuary with everybody. Pastor Greg and Miss Candy will not be with us because they're still recovering. So if you just continue to send good prayers their way, let them know we love them. Pastor Greg and Miss Candy, if you do happen to watch this later, or if you're watching live sometime, we love you guys. We hope you're doing well. Other than that, don't have a ton of announcements for tonight. If you saw on social media, we are going to be rescheduling the missions auction fundraiser that we're going to be doing. We're not canceling it. We're just rescheduling it, and we're going to decide on a date to do that. So we will keep you posted when we have all that information available. Dana, always glad to have you here. Thanks for joining in tonight. All right. So, no, I was about to click something, and I was like, if I click that, that's going to make the other thing go away. So I'm going to resist the urge and not click on that thing. All right. I have something that I want to share, but I'm trying to decide if I should share it now or if I want to wait and share it for. You know what? No, this is the pre-show, right? If you guys come to the pre-show, then you get the good stuff. So here's what you get on the pre-show tonight. I'm a huge dad joke guy. I love the ridiculousness of dad jokes. Like, Updog is so great. Like, if I could ever get someone to actually fall for Updog, it would make my day. Like, it would literally, I could die happy if I could get someone to fall for Updog. So, just throwing that out there. But don't do it on pity. Like, actually, I want it to actually, for real, happen. Someone fall for Updog. But the second best thing for that would be having my own dad joke. And what's sad is I didn't even realize I did it until Julia pointed it out. So I was feeding the boys breakfast this morning, and I had a banana, and I was just giving them pieces of banana. And I set the banana peel to the side and hadn't thrown it away yet, but I set it off to the side because I was still feeding them cereal. And then Julia saw the banana peel, but the way it was kind of folded up, I just dropped it down, but the way it was tucked in on itself, it almost looked like one of the boys' tennis shoes, because it was just the size and the way it was. It just looked like one of the boys' shoes. And she looked at it. Is that a new shoe? It's like, oh, that's the banana peel. It looks like a shoe. And I said, she thought it looked like a shoe. And without skipping a beat, I said, no, babe, It is one of their shoes. They're just made out of bananas, and they're easy to slip on. You get it? You get it? You get it. See, I said that because I'm thinking, it's like the inside of the banana peel, it's kind of slippery. So I'm like, oh, it'd be easy to slip on to get on your foot. If you actually put your foot inside a banana shoe, it would be easy to slip on. Well, Julia started laughing. It's like, well, I didn't think it was that funny. She's like, no, you mean slip on. And I'm like, I didn't even get the satisfaction of my own dad joke because she had to point it out to me. But it's still hilarious. So chalk one up to, I have a dad joke. You're welcome, America. Did I do that right? Yeah, okay. So there we go. That's my fun story for today. Is I made up a dad joke, and it was awesome. Very happy about that. So are you guys doing all right? Everybody doing okay? Living life? Having fun? Let me know in the comments what's been going on with you. What can we do to be in prayer with you? Let us know how we can be in prayer with you. Share it in the comments. And as always, we have our prayer email, prayer.cbcbowie@gmail.com. So we want you guys to know that we're here for you. We love you. Sorry, I keep looking over here, like looking away from the camera. I'm trying to find my little note sheet for tonight, and it keeps skipping away from me. So hang on. I got just one little thing. One little thing. Just one little thing. Okay, I think I found it. Yep, I found it. All right, found the thing I need. Found the thing I need. Cool. All right. Man, hold on. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 17 tabs open in my Internet Explorer right now, or in my web browser. 17 tabs. I used to make fun of Julia because whenever she would open up her computer and she'd have like 20 tabs. I'm like, babe, just close out those tabs. Like, she'd have a tab for a recipe for something she cooked, a month ago, but she still have the tab open. So just call me Mr. Hypocrite. Dan, you guys are doing good. Prayers for the advanced rehab residents, employees, absolutely. We'll definitely keep them in our prayers for sure. Also, some of the youth have been messaging us on Remind. One of our students, Madison Unger, her mom, has contracted COVID, and she actually just messaged me earlier this hour, actually, that she is having to go back to the doctor tomorrow, and they've got to do an X-ray on her lungs. So if you would just keep Maddie Unger's family in your prayers, especially her mom, just let them know that we love them. But you know what? We're going to try and have fun tonight. There's a lot of craziness going on in the world, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun. It doesn't mean we can't spend time together. Doesn't mean we can't laugh. So that's what we're going to try and do tonight. And I hope you guys are. I am excited for tonight. I am, because we're going to do something. Now, this I won't tell you, but we're going to do something tonight that very well could change my life forever. Depending on the outcome of what happens tonight, it could thoroughly affect the rest of my future as a human being on this planet. And that's so, buckle up, because tonight you could see, tonight's either going to make me or break me. Are you excited for that? You didn't realize you were going to get something so deep tonight, did you? Yeah. So, looks like my timer is winding down. So, it's already over. It's not winding down. It's already gone. So, let's go. And welcome everybody to CBC Live this Thursday night, November the 12th. So glad you all are here joining with us. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am Pastor Jeremy. I'm the youth pastor here at Central Baptist Church of Bowie, Texas, and we are so grateful that you have decided to join us tonight. We're going to have some fun. I hope you're having a wonderful week. As always, please let us know how we can be in prayer with you. You can always reach out to us through the comments here on the Facebook or over on Instagram, or you can send us an email at prayer.cbcbowie@gmail.com. Also, if you want to stay up to date on everything that's going on, to hear other prayer requests, to be in prayer with others, download that Remind app. We send all sorts of information about what's going on in the church with Kids for Truth, with our Glow student ministries. So check out the Remind app. All the links are available on our Facebook page as well for you to get connected with each individual group. So tonight, we're going to kind of just try and jump right into it. But if you're here, let us know. Give us a thumbs up or a high five or whatever other emoji you want to use. Let us know who's here in the comments, because we got some stuff to do. All right, stuff to do. And if you weren't here for the pre-show and you'd like to see something very exciting, be sure and check out the beginning of the video after we're done going live. I made a dad joke today, and it was pretty epic. So go back and check my dad joke afterwards. Odie, Andrea, good to see you guys there in the chats. Is Riggs watching with you guys tonight? Hope you guys are doing well. We love you guys. And click this thing. The other thing keeps going away. Stop going away. All right. So we're going to jump right into it. So here we go. We're not playing a game tonight, but we will still have a winner, and we will have a $5 Sonic gift card for that winner as well. But tonight, we need to take part in something that can very well shape my future as just a human being in general. This is something that is very near and dear to me, and I think it's something that we all should strive to want to know about ourselves. And the decision that is made tonight, I truly believe, is going to affect me as a pastor, as a father, as a husband, as a person. I believe the answers that we come to tonight will change that for the rest of my life. I am, of course, talking about how tonight we are going to discover which Star Trek captain I am. That's right. This is something that we need to know. We need this answer. And so tonight, you guys are going to help me determine it. Now, if you remember back, I guess it was a few months ago, we did the which Disney, well, we did Disney Princess, I am. I don't know if, I think I got Snow White. I don't remember. I think it was Snow White. But then we did which Disney Prince, and we got Aladdin. So if you haven't seen it when we do this before, here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually take 2 quizzes at the same time, okay? I know you couldn't really see the difference, but it's like this is one quiz, and this is a note. We're going to do 2 at the same time because we're going to do this 2 ways. It's going to be what you guys choose, and then the other one will be what I choose, okay? So you've never watched Star Trek. That's okay. This is just for fun and for giggles. If you've never seen an episode of Star Trek before, I feel sorry for you, and I think you should go jump on Netflix right now because I'm pretty sure you can watch like every episode of almost every single one of these shows. So I've got Julia hooked on Star Trek now, okay? Like, if you don't know the story, last year we turned on the original Star Trek just to turn it on just to see what happened, and the boys got all excited about the theme show and the colors and the flashing lights, and Julie and I were watching. We kind of got into it, so we were watching we watched most of the episodes, and then I said, well, hey, would you want to try Star Trek The Next Generation, because that's what I grew up on. And so we started watching that. She really got into that. And then she said, well, is there another one? I said, well, there's another one called Deep Space Nine if you want to try that out. She like that's her favorite. Her favorite is Deep Space Nine. I couldn't believe it, how blown away I was when she was all into that. So, but this is important to me, okay? This is my show. I need to know which Starfleet captain I am, okay? And nothing against Captain Janeway. She's the only female on the list. I'd rather not choose the thing that makes me the woman. So, just saying, we need to figure out who I am. And if, to be completely fair, I don't fully know who the guys are in the ends, okay? I know the four in the middle, all right? This is Captain Benjamin Sisko. This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who everybody wants to be, or they want to be Captain James T. Kirk. And then this is Captain Catherine Janeway. He's in, like, the Star Trek Discovery show. That's, like, the new one that you can only watch on their CBS, the streaming thing. And then he's from, like, Star Trek Enterprise, which was the show nobody really cared about, so it died after, like, 2 seasons or something. I could have been watching Star Trek. You could have been watching Star Trek. You absolutely could have been watching. I encourage everyone, go on Netflix. Watch Star Trek, okay? It's so much fun. It really is, okay? It's nerdy, it's stupid, but there's a lot of, a lot of good stuff that still holds up today. So, you guys are going to help me decide which Star Trek captain. Now, it's going to be a little, some of the questions are going to have, like, our typical 4 options. Some of them may have 5, some of them may have 3, but we're just going to go down the list, okay? So it's like if there's 4, then you just do 1, 2, 3, or 4, like we always do, okay? And I'm not going to go into full detail on a lot of stuff, but I'm going to give just enough information so you should know how to answer, or how you would answer for me, okay? So we need to know which captain you guys think I am, and that's what this is going to help us determine. So, we'll start with question 1. If you were a captain, how would you feel about Federation policy? This is basically the rules for space. Like, the Federation is basically just the United Nations of Earth and all the other planets that join together. Like, this is their rules, okay? This is their, Bill of Rights and whatever. So how would I feel about Federation policy? Would it be there to be followed, like, to the letter, no questions asked? If you believe that, if you think that's me, then give me a number 1 in the comments. If you think I would hope my crew's actions help establish new directives, like I want to be the reason that we build newer and better rules, put number 2. I would only break protocol for the safety of my crew. If you think that's something I would do, give me number 3. Or if you think that the rules don't apply to me and then they're meant to be broken, if you think that's me, do number 4. So number 1, you always follow them. Number 2, you are trying to develop new ones. Number 3, you only break them to save your crew. Or number 4, rules are made to be broken. You guys give me in the comments what you think would be closest related to me and what you think. So, Misty, you say I'm someone who's trying to help establish them, okay? Cody, you say I am following them to the letter. Mina, you say I break them to save my crew. Debbie, why'd you call me a jerk? Why am I a jerk? If I'm a jerk, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a jerk. Why'd you call me a jerk? Please don't call me a jerk. I really hope that's a typo. I don't want to be a jerk. It hurt my feeling. Wow, I almost actually worked up real tears. Oh my gosh, I actually almost did it. Wow. Okay. Oh, you guys are kind of divided on that a little bit, but that's all right. Okay, so, did you want to, Danny? Okay, well, if you want to change yours, now's the time. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, 3, or 4, because right now we got a 3-way tie technically. If your phone did. Yeah, your phone just intentionally called me a jerk. I'm so sure, Deborah. Yeah. Unless you were trying to spell nerd and it changed it to jerk, then I would understand that. I would accept that. So, okay, so Danny, you changed your answer to 2. So, all right, so we have 2 for 2. You guys say, I would hope my cruise action was established, so we'll go with that. All right, so that was. We're always going to go with the majority, okay? So that's what you guys said. That's what we'll go with. So that's what you guys said. Me, I think I would agree with that. I don't want to break the rules. I mean, I would if I absolutely had to, but I would prefer to set a higher standard. That's what I would prefer. That's how I view that, is we're setting a higher standard. Okay, so question number 2. Here we go. Do emotions ever get in the way of your work? Do emotions ever get in the way of your work? When do they not? Come on, can we be real? When do they not get in the way of our work? All right. Is the answer never? No, the answer is not never. But if you think it's never, then do a number 1. If you think I never get emotional, give me a number 1. You just saw me almost fake cry, so you can't say number 1. And if you do say number 1, I know you're lying. Okay. So number 2 would be, I am usually stoic, but I have a volatile undercurrent. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by that? What are you trying to say, quiz? So if you think that's me, you can put number 2. Third one, I try not to let them, but I'm human, just like everybody else. But not everybody in the show is human, though. That's a problem. But I am. So if you think that's it, number 3. 4, I tend to get angry, but that's when I get the most done. Number 4. You know, I would almost agree with that to a degree. When people, I don't want to say that when they get me angry, I work harder, but I think it's when they don't believe I can do something, then that definitely inspires me to really make it happen. But then number 5 would be, I use my emotions to bring greatness out of myself. Okay. Bring greatness out of, okay. So if you think I'm not emotional, 1. If you think I'm stoic but undercurrently violent, 2. I try not to let them, but I'm human, 3. I tend to get angry, but that's when I get the most done, 4. Or I use my emotions to bring greatness out of myself, 5. Well, I almost did bring a greatness of tears to my eyes. I can't believe I seriously, they're kind of misty. Like, I'm seriously having to rub my eyes here, even though I guess I'm not supposed to be doing that. Oh, everybody says 5. All right. Everybody says I use my emotions to bring greatness out of myself. You guys are so nice. You're the best. I love you guys. You always make me feel better about myself. Because that's totally not why we did this quiz, to make me feel good about myself. So, okay, so we got 3, so we'll go with that. We'll go with music. I'm going to go for myself. I'm going to just say, I try not to let them, that's what I'm going to say. You know, I try not to be emotional, but I get emotional. So, all right, what is my greatest weakness? My curiosity has killed. Oh, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, geez. That's a lot. Okay. Well, I guess we'll try and speed through this one. So just number 1 through 6, whichever one you think. My curiosity has killed a couple of cats. No, we could probably mark that one off, but we'll leave it up. If you think I'm a very curious person, I like to learn how things work, but I'm not going to, evade in someone's privacy or anything like that to figure it out. But if you think that's me, and maybe you know me better than I know myself. I usually do these quizzes with Julia, because it's like, I want to say this. She's like, no, you're this. So that's why we do these. Keep me accountable to myself. All right. So if you think I'm curious like a cat, number 1. My emotions lead me to make rash decisions. If you think that's my weakness, say number 2. I am too trusting and honorable. I want people to think I am. So number 3, if that. My pride and stubbornness. I don't think I'm a stubborn person. I'm I'm very committed to my ideas, but I feel like I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. I hope you guys feel that way. I never want you guys to think that I'm right, I'm always right, I'm never wrong. I clearly am wrong. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys don't think that. So number 4, I take too much input from others would be number 5. Boy, that might be a problem for me but I don't want to say it, but I don't think that's a problem though. I don't think that's a weakness to seek other people's thoughts and ideas, because in my mind that's just a sign of cooperation. So maybe that is my weakness because I don't view it as a weakness. So number 5 or number 6, coffee. Okay. 10 years ago, honestly, probably even 7 years ago, I would have said I wouldn't even have had this on the list. But boy, when you have 2 kids, coffee's pretty great. You know what? I say that. I actually haven't had coffee today. I meant to make it this morning. I was going to make it this morning, but I didn't. Which, by the way, you guys here in town, if you like coffee, Brookshire's has I think it's a salted caramel that they have going on right now. It's really good, really good. It's the jam. So go get you some of that over at Brookshire's. So, okay, so number 1, you think my weakness is curiosity. Number 2, you think my weakness is my rash decisions. Number 3, you think my weakness is trusting and honorable. Number 4, it's my stubbornness. Number 5, it's my input from others. Or number 6, it's my coffee. Again, like I said, I didn't have coffee today. I wish I had, but I didn't, so I'm not. You decide. You guys are choosing, okay? This is your choice. Cody, Andrew, you guys say it's my coffee. All right, and that's fair. That is fair. Spoken by everybody. All right, everybody says coffee. Boom. There we go. And that's probably the easy one. But I'm going to go with my input from others. I'm going to go with that. But again, not that I view it as a weakness. I can see why it could be one. Oh, hey, this one only has 3. Way easier. Here we go. How would I get along with the crew? How would I almost we should change this to pastor even. I'm not, never mind. We're captain of a ship. We're not trying to be pastor. I need to know who I am in Starfleet. So, all right. Pastor Greg, I would be your first officer if I could. I'll be your science. Pastor Greg, you can be Kirk and I'll be Spock. Or I'll be random red shirt security guy. I will always be random red shirt security guy for you, Pastor Greg. So, all right. How would I get along with my crew if I was the captain? Would we be friends? Number 1. Would I be civil and friendly but authoritative above all else? Or would I be firm with my crew to maintain order? I feel like there's an in-between here. Because I don't want to be, Mr. Authoritarian. I mean, I need to be the captain, but I'm not going to be friends with everyone on the ship. Just throwing that out. But you guys say, okay, well, you guys say I'm friends, so we will be friends with everybody on the ship. So, and why not? I'll be friends with everybody on the ship. Let's all be friends together. I'll be your friend. It was like a VeggieTales. I don't know if you guys ever saw it. I was obsessed with VeggieTales. I'm still obsessed with VeggieTales, but they had one. It's like they were in. It was literally the one where they were in space. It was actually a Star Trek parody episode, and they were singing a song called "I Can Be Your Friend." I can be your friend. Yeah, go watch that one. All right. Oh no. All right. What is the best part of being a Starfleet captain? What's the best part? Ooh. Do you think it's getting to explore new worlds? Number 1. Getting everyone home safe? Number 2. The opportunity to expand your knowledge? Number 3. Or not for me, just put me on a base somewhere? Number 4. That sounds lame. If I get to be the captain of a starship that can zoom through the galaxy, I don't want to sit at a desk all day. Come on. Give me, explore a new world. Okay, so if you think it's explore new worlds, number 1. Everyone home safe, number 2. Expand knowledge, number 3. Or if you think I am the guy who'd want to sit at a desk, number 4. This is what you guys think. What you guys think. Misty says, I want to explore new worlds. Cody, Andrew, you guys say expand your... Yeah, I feel like it's kind of a toss-up. But they more or less go hand in hand, I guess. To a degree. You know, if you're exploring new worlds, you're building new knowledge, right? So, Danny, you say explore new worlds too. So, all right, we'll go with explore new worlds. We'll go with explore new worlds. But Cody, Andrew, I don't think you guys are wrong. So on mine, I'll do that. I'll do the opportunity to expand knowledge because they're pretty much hand in hand. So, all right, here we go. How do you best describe, or how do you best describe me? How do you best describe me? Remember, these answers are going to change my life forever. Choose wisely. Okay. Would you describe me as calm, brave, intelligent, patient, passionate, or all the above? Oh, that's not an option. Okay. Well, that should be the option. Or I guess, so which one would you say do you guys see the most out of me, I guess? If you think my calm is my biggest thing, give me a number 1. If it's my bravery, it's number 2, which it's probably not that one because I'm pretty sure you all have seen me just jump at someone trying to talk to me from behind. I'm like, "Blah!" I'm easily startled. If you think it's my intelligence, number 3, I don't think it's that either, but that's okay. My patience, number 4. Passion, number 5. I'm a passionate man. Very passionate. And you know I'm passionate because there's like a sound when I say it. But Missy and you guys already said patience, so all right, that's fair. So you know what? We'll just go with that since we've already got. Oh, nope, Dana threw it in there. All right, it's confirmed. You guys say I'm patient. Thank you. I like being patient. All right. I'm gonna go with. Oh, geez, I feel like we're gonna get the same. I almost feel like I need to mix it up, right? I'm passionate about our church. I'm passionate about what we're doing, so I'm gonna go with passionate, just to see what happens. If anything, probably nothing. All right. What is the secret to being a legendary captain? Ooh. So let's say it this way. Which of these things would make me a legendary captain? Would it be my service, sacrifice, compassion, and love? Geez, that's a lot. Is it all the things that you should have? Going where no one's gone before. Know when to trust your crew, when to trust yourself. Learn how to be everywhere at once. Oh, like micromanaging or multitasking or both? Okay. Follow your orders no matter what. Okay. Well, that's one way to look at that. Well, what do you guys think? Which one do you think is more in line with what you guys think about me? Would it be number 1, all the lots of words? Number 2, going somewhere? Number 3, no one to trust? Number 4, be everywhere? Number 5, follow orders? Service, sacrifice, all that. Yep, there we go. All right. I'm going to go with going where no one's gone before because I feel like if you're going to have explored something. How do you like to unwind? How do you guys think I like to unwind? How do you guys think I like to unwind? Do you think it's collecting old books, watching sports, watching TV, or it's not exercise? It's not. I wish it was. I wish I like taking my boys on walks. Some of you have I'm pretty sure some of you have honked at me while I'm walking the boys in their stroller. And those stroller wheels, they're looking pretty ragged. I actually took them on a 3-mile walk yesterday or the day before. We walked 3 miles, so we had a good long walk. You guys think it's watching TV? Yeah, it probably is. Probably is. Out of those, it's watching TV. Favorite subject in school. You guys seen We Walk the Boys? Yeah. Favorite subject in school? Let's see. Would it have been literature, science? That's like the same thing. Or it's like physics is a part of science. Why is that the same? Physics, student government, gym, recess. I mean, truthfully, my favorite subject in school was math. So I guess that'd be physics, more or less. I like the show Big Bang. They do a lot of math on that show, and they're physicists, so I do enjoy learning about literature. Science, it's not science. I'll just tell you right now, it's not science. And if you think it's science, then clearly I have been putting the wrong impression on you guys. So I almost failed science in high school, but thankfully I eked out a C. So go there and you guys say literature. It's a 6. Isn't recess every? You know what? Didn't specify. I mean, although if you think about it, it goes with literature, science, physics, recess. I mean, come on. Well, did your kids go to a school where their options were literature, physics, recess? Like that was their top 3? Goodness gracious. That's funny. All right. Let's see. Well, you guys all picked a different one. So I guess we'll go with physics since that actually was my favorite subject in school. But I'm going to go with recess on mine just for you, Misty, just so we see what happens. All right. If your mission depended on getting... I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was so many questions. I knew it was, but I didn't think it was this many. But hopefully there's just 1 or 2 more. All right. Your mission depended on getting information out of someone. How would you do it? With charm, with diplomacy, with intimidation, or with cleverness? Which one would it be? Charm, diplomacy, intimidation, or cleverness? I need you to decide. Do it now. Do it right now. Do it. Deborah responded. You others haven't responded. Do it. Deborah says charm. Well, I mean, come on. Come on. Oh, you guys say cleverness. All right. Well, then, we'll go with cleverness for that. And, Deb, I will go with charm. Oh, Danny, you say diplomacy? We'll go with charm for mine. How about that? We'll go with charm for mine. What's my... Okay, I think this is the last one. I hope it is, because it's almost 6:30. That's what time I wanted to end tonight. So what's my motto? What do you guys think is my motto? It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not weakness, that is life. That's a good quote. I'm not going to lie. That's a good quote. And actually it goes with a quote that I've had. The best men with the best intentions can still make the worst mistakes. That was just some books that I was reading, that it was just something that stood out to me, was that the best men with the best intentions can still make the worst mistakes. So it goes very much in line with that. So that's number 1. Number 2, we have to rely on our principles and ideals. Their stability is the best ally we have. All right, also good quote. So if you think it's that one, number 2. Number 3, we are not here to play God. Oh, geez, you guys have all answered. All right. Well, you don't think it's number 3. Fulfill your destiny. All right, so you guys all say we have to rely on our principles and ideas. Misty, you say follow your heart. So I'll tell you, all right, here's what we'll do. We're going to click, and just in case it's the last one, we're going to click on this one for y'all's, and then, Misty, I'm going to click on follow your heart for mine. So just in case it's the last one, let's start with this one right here. Here we go. You guys have, we saw it. All right. You guys have made me Captain Kirk. Because of your decisions, I am Captain James T. Kirk of the original Enterprise. All right. Oh, wait. Was that from the last question? Oh, maybe that was from the last question. Oops. Oops. It might have been the last one. I don't remember. Okay. Well, I hope it wasn't the last one. No, we had two. Okay. So we're just going to say it was that I didn't screw up. I didn't screw up. So, all right. But we're going to go with Follow Your Heart for this one. So you guys have named me as James T. Kirk, thanks to your answers. And based on my answers with a mix of your answers, I have found myself to be also James T. Kirk. I hate that. I know we picked some of the same ones, but we picked a lot of different ones. How do we still get the same guy? There was like 7 captains to choose from. Come on, man. I don't hate Captain Kirk, all right? Any of you that have watched Star Trek, I don't hate Captain Kirk. But like I said, I grew up on The Next Generation. So I am like diehard Jean-Luc Picard fan. So, but Captain Sisko from Deep Space Nine, he's super awesome too. And so is Captain. They're all great in their own ways. So he was the best. You know what? You can argue that. You can absolutely argue that. But you can't argue it if you've never seen Next Gen. You got to watch Next Gen. It's good stuff. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys had fun with that. I enjoyed doing that with you. Man, I love playing these games with you guys, especially doing these quizzes. I think these quizzes are just the funnest thing ever because I think it does 2 things. It helps you guys get to know me a little bit, and it helps me get to know what you guys think about me too. And I hope see, touch the mic again. If you're playing at home, and I always want to grab from my glasses too. I don't wear them on camera because all you see is just the reflection of the camera in my eyeballs. So that's why I don't wear them when I'm doing the live stream with you guys. But it is already 6:30, so just for a couple of minutes, we'll be done real quick. I wanted to share something really quick. See, touched it again. Keep count. We talked about what it means to hear God last night with the youth group. And what is it that we're doing to spend that daily time where we just stop and listen so that he can speak into our lives. And one of the things that I tried to encourage the youth about was that God is going to speak to you in a way that fits who you are. He's not going to speak to you the same way he speaks to me. He's not going to speak to me the same way he speaks to Pastor Greg. He's not going to speak to Pastor Greg the same way he speaks to Miss Candy. He speaks to us in the ways that are going to connect the most with us. And that's what I want to be an encouragement to you, is that it's not that God isn't speaking to you, it's that we're not hearing him in the way that he's trying to speak to us in. We think it's that he can only speak to me reading my Bible. He can only speak to me when I'm praying. He can only speak to me if I'm listening to specific, good, melodical worship music. But God speaks to our thoughts. He speaks through our emotions. He speaks to our mind and our body. He speaks to us through so many different ways. And so we have to be mindful of how it is that he's speaking to us. But the main thing that I really wanted to share with you guys, and this is going to sound bad, but really it's an encouraging thought. And it was the first thing I asked the youth last night, was the first question I was about to give you the third. But the first question I asked was, do you want to hear God? Do you want to hear God? Because the truth is, we're not going to hear God unless we truly want to. Like, that's just the fact. If we don't want to hear God, we're not going to hear him. So it starts with, do you want to hear God speak to you in your life? And when I asked that to the youth last night, they all said yes. They all said yes. We all want to hear God speak to us. And so the second thing I asked them was like, do you want to hear everything that God wants to speak to you? Do you want to hear the good, and do you want to hear the bad? Because a lot of times, most of us only want to hear the good things. We want God to speak his love, his encouragement, his grace, his mercy. What about his correction? What about his calling out the sin in our lives? These are things that God does. And I want to share with you, and I shared the scripture with the youth last night. It's 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 16 and 17. It says this: all scripture is given by inspiration of God. And it's these things. It's profitable for doctrine, for reproof, which is conviction, calling us out on our sins, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. See, God is wanting to call the best out of us. He wants to call greatness out of us. But you can't get the best out of you unless you're willing to call out the things that are not that great about you. And I'm just as guilty as this. I love to hear God's grace and mercy upon me. But when he starts to try and call out my flaws, the things that are hindering me from being who I'm fully created to be, like, well, God, I don't need to hear about that right now. Just keep telling me how much you love me. But the reason he's trying to correct us, the reason he's trying to convict us of our sin, is because he loves us. Because we've all probably had those friends in our life that we've tried to say, man, I really screwed up, and they just want to try and brush it off, say, it's not that big a deal. But a true friend is going to be the one that says, like, yeah, you messed up. And you need to fix you need to fix those mistakes. Because that's not who God has made you to be. And I need those friends in my life. You need those friends in your life. The ones who aren't just going to tell you everything's going to be okay. But the ones who call us out. Then they call us out because they know we're better. And that was the thing my dad used to say to me all the time whenever I would mess up. He said, Jeremy, the reason I'm so disappointed in you when you made this mistake is because I know you're better than that. This mistake is not who you are. You're better than that. And guys, you're better than your mistakes. Your mistakes do not define you. How you act upon them defines you. Your willingness to correct yourself, your willingness to be who God has made you to be, that's what defines you. Using his word to inspire you to be better today than you were yesterday. The Bible says that his mercies are new every morning. Yesterday's fallouts don't have any pull on today. When you have sought God's forgiveness, when you have asked him and said, God, I have made these mistakes. I'm asking you from my heart, truly and honestly, to forgive me of these mistakes and help me to be better. That's what God's going to do. And my prayer and encouragement to you today is that you would find those people in your life who are going to be those encouragers, who are going to be those convictors and correctors. The people who don't want to just see you keep being the same person running in that same loop, because we've all been there. We mess up, we ask forgiveness, we start doing it right, and then all of a sudden we're right back where we started. And it's just this vicious cycle of, oops, sorry, God, please forgive me. All right, I'm going to do better. Oh, now I'm falling back into it. Guilty as charged. And God wants to encourage you today that when he's speaking to you, when you'll take the time to really listen, when Jesus gives us the way of how we should pray, one of the first things he said is that we need to get alone. And you've got to find that time to get alone. Not alone with your phone. Not alone with your kids. Clearly you're not alone with your kids. But whether it's jumping in the car in the garage, just going outside when everybody's locked in, maybe it's just maybe it really is in your closet. You always hear, when I always heard growing up, everyone had a prayer closet. Maybe you do have a prayer closet, that place where you can just get away and be alone with God. Because God wants to speak to you, but we've got to take the time to listen. And we've got to be willing to listen to all of it. Not just about his grace and his mercy and his love and his plans for our life, but when he wants to convict us and when he wants to correct us. Because those things are going to help us to be who he's created us to be. Let me pray for you. God, I thank you so much for everyone who is joining with us tonight and for everyone who's watching this later on. God, my heart above everything else is that these people would be inspired to dig deeper into your word, God, that they would be inspired to build that relationship with you that you so desperately want. That, God, you didn't just put us here on earth just to watch us frolic around like a bunch of ants on an anthill. No, God, you put us here for a purpose and a plan, to spend time with us. You built us for relationship. And God, we want that relationship with you tonight. And so, God, I right now, God, please forgive me for the mistakes that I've made today, where I could have been kinder, where I could have been more focused on the tasks at hand. God, help me to be better tomorrow than I was today. And help my friends and family watching this right now, Lord. Help us to be better. Because that's what we want to do, God. None of us are perfect, but we want to strive for that perfect lifestyle that is in you and you alone. It's in your grace. It's in your mercy. It's in your wisdom. It's in your conviction. And it's in your correction that makes us stronger. It brings us together to help us build each other up to be who you have created us to be. And we thank you for that today. I thank you for this time with my friends and family joining with me tonight. And that, God, that they would go forth from tonight knowing that they are blessed beyond measure with your love. We thank you for everything that you've done, for everything that you're doing, and for everything that you are going to do. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I hope you had a great time. But I need a winner for tonight. So let's do this. We'll see who gets closest. How many seasons of... If you watch the first 4 shows, if you watch the original Star Trek Next Gen, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and Star Trek Voyager, how many seasons would you have to watch? Whoever gets closest is going to win our gift card tonight. How many seasons? Okay, not episodes. There's way too many episodes. But how many seasons would you have to watch? There's no multiple choice. You just give me your best guess number in the comments of how many seasons you think it is. I actually know off the top of my head. Believe it or not, I actually know how many seasons. Cody, Andrew, you guys say it's 12. Then you say it's 4. Now remember, this is for all 4 shows. All 4 shows. How many seasons total would you have to watch to cover all 4 shows? Okay? One season? So you say, okay, so now you change it to 24. Okay. Woo, doubling up on Cody. All right there. Yeah, but thank you, Debbie, for joining in with us tonight. So, all right. The correct answer is, didn't you say 20? All right. The correct answer is, believe it or not, 24. There was 3 seasons of the original Star Trek series, and there was 7 seasons of Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager, which gives us a total of 24 seasons. So Misty nailing it on the head with 24. Well done. Misty, I got a $5 gift card, which you can come by here, or I can come bring it to you. If you're going to be here on Sunday, I can give it to you on Sunday. So just let me know either way in the comments, or you can message me. But thank you guys so much again for hanging out with us tonight. We love you. Hope you've had a great day. And we will see you all Sunday at service. We'll see you Sunday service. Also, everybody that is a member of the church, please stay after service because we will be meeting together as the members of the congregation to discuss how we'll be moving forward with the church. But we love you guys. Thank you so much for staying a little bit longer than usual. But I hope you all have a wonderful night, and we will see you Sunday. Y'all take care.